Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Wednesday, April 23rd, 2014. I am astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Join me at leokingevents.com to find out more about my Jupiter in Leo Bash, my big retreat that'll be in Sedona, Arizona this July. I would love to see you there. And we are here another day of the middle of the grand Cardinal cross, right? Cardinal signs. This is about beginnings, starts. There are lots of engines trying to fire up in our life, pull us out of old paradigms, pull us out of old karmic stories, step into all these new powerful stories. This is extreme. Remember, we are in between eclipses right now because we have a big solar eclipse that will happen on Monday into Tuesday next week in Taurus, the sign of manifesting. And so this is powerful stuff that we're getting prepared for. And we are in this karmic window because we are in what I call the incubation period of Earth, where we are very sensitive. It's this very rare period where all the cosmos, the karma, is flying through the ethers very intentionally right now. You know, this is like where the veils are thinner than it can be. And so these are the powerful new doors that are trying to open. And today, as the moon is in Aquarius looking into the future, we've been looking in the future the last couple days, really trying to connect with this future, looking forward thinking, thinking innovative, thinking differently, looking outside the box. It's going to come into a hard square with Saturn in Scorpio today. Saturn in Scorpio is there really anchored in looking at the deeper aspects of our emotional truth, ourself, the hidden agenda inside of ourselves, how we really feel, the stuff we don't like to expose, you know. And in order for us to take off in this reality of this new future, well, we've got to face the truth today. Well, you know, it might be frustrating too, especially as a Mars is retrograde and a big cardinal cross. Look at your anger. Look at the actions you're taking in your life because there's so much pressure on this. As I believe that this is pressure that is building off making sure we make the right decisions before the big push in our life. As this is a retreat energy, this is a retrograde, this is an inner reflection of the actions we want to take and then heave-ho and move into huge new powerful stories. But we've got to get our futures right and we've got to face the truth. And today as we look into our futures, when you start to look in all these different boxes, Saturn and Scorpio is giving a harsh reality to those deeper feelings and making sure that before you can fly, little birdie, make sure you really are enjoying and satisfied in what future you're looking in. And today, you might find that you're very wanting to disconnect off certain futures that you're looking in, especially as the universe has put, I think, so many different options as Jupiter is heavily stressed. This is where, sure, there's a million doors, but oh my gosh, like, if I go down that one, I don't know. If I go down that one, I don't know. Because Pluto is opposing Jupiter, and that's scary, right? There's like ghosts at some doors, and there's this really powerful death and rebirth that's coming in all of our lives. As we all know, the life that we're living right now is not going to continue the way it is because there's this extreme new story that is hovering all over ourselves. And so today is that day where the Mercury comes into Taurus. It's just come off the node, so I think there's been some powerful karmic conversations over the last couple days. And now it comes into Taurus to want to ground, to manifest, that we start to understand what's worth it and what is not today. And especially as a moon square Saturn, we can be frustrated as we're emotionally wanting to maybe get out of the box or be freed or go in certain directions. But there's this harsh truth, there's this harsh reality. On the other side of it, it wants you to be honest with yourself in the future you're looking at, if that will really satisfy you or not. So there's some deep aspects we're looking at here today in the middle of the Cardinal Cross, which is the pressure over the actions. Because I believe by May 20th, when Mars goes direct, we're going to have a couple months from May 20th until July of some extreme new stories taking place and pushing forward. Yes, they're taking place right now, but these are the adjustments, these are the paradigms that are all coming together, and these are dimensions all smashing themselves on each other right now. It really is a big atom smasher. The way I look at this big cardinal cross is it's an atomic reaction in our lives of I'm a sound effect guy too, if you didn't know. But you know, it's like getting it all like together, and you know, it's like all the scientists are blown away, like, what do we do with it? You know, it's like, oh my gosh, in our lives we gotta, oh my God, what do we do with this extreme atomic energy in our lives? And it's making these powerful doors open. But we got to be satisfied, because if you look around, there's this big water trine going on in the chart. Venus is about to start trining Saturn. That means huge decisions in what we're manifesting and in relationships coming quick. And that is because if we connect to the right energy, we connect to the right people. And more importantly, if we manifest from the value systems and what we really need to define ourselves with, especially from a higher, spiritual, compassionate, beautiful energy, we will go down the right roads. Because the sun in Taurus for the next couple days here, and especially the next actually like 3-4 days, is going to start sextiling over to Neptune. That means from what we manifest, we've got to connect with the higher realms. We've got to connect with spirit itself. And we've got to listen to the signs very intensely to manifest from the highest value. And that's why Pisces and Taurus get along so well. Is in order to have the best life, it's got to come from a spiritual, higher vibrational place. And in your life, are you listening to those signs? Because there is a unique energy, Uranus and Aries right now, that's part of this cardinal cross, that's opposing the actions we take. Is in order for us to make the right actions, we got to be in the right self. You might want a life, but you might not be willing to change your coat, if that makes sense, or your mask. You might think that you can go somewhere different, right? Jupiter's in Cancer, we'll just replant the soil. But if you're still replanting honey trees and you're trying to grow walnuts, how you gonna grow some walnuts, dog? That's the pressure in all this, is it takes extreme new actions in all 4 corners. It takes really wearing the right coat, with the right location that works with that coat, with the right partnership that works with that identity and works with that, placement. And then all of that is the extreme purpose. Does it all go along with your true purpose? You can't have one side and not all 4. You need to find in people, in situations, and in stories that let all of these things come together. That's your answer. Not, well, this energy is right in this one way, but not that one and not that one. You're screwed. You got to have it all. That's a new paradigm. That's when the atom is all split here and the universe is split dimensions. And I'm a huge, big believer in this new universe, this new transformational, this new humanity, shedding off the karma. We're in extreme, veilless karmic stories. The universe is trying to connect you with your truest, highest purpose right now. But are you restricting yourself from it? This is like the movie THX 1138, where people are stuck underneath the earth and they just don't even know they're stuck. Because there's an earth out there. They're stuck in a container. This is the Matrix, where are you just literally walking around the Matrix thinking you're in this reality when really you connect to a higher place? Are you going to awake? Are you going to take the red pill? That's what this is, The blue pill's very comfortable. You can eat your steak, and enjoy it. But what's there to enjoy if you're really not at the higher dimension enjoying it? I know that's deep, and I know my message is very deep today. Let's see what the card of the day says. I haven't even looked at it yet. And it says, oh my gosh, the Wheel of Fortune upright. Thank you. I literally don't look at these cards until I do these things. And I've re-recorded this horoscope 3 times to get to the right message because it all just didn't feel right. It felt so right now. This is destiny. This is your fortune. That's what this huge cardinal cross is. But you have to accept the prize. You've got to step on the wheel. I always look at the wheel as like a carousel. And you got to get on the carousel. Like, you just can't sit on the side of the carousel. You got to jump on it and go on the ride. And are you not going on the ride? Are you not willing to let all these corners hook up? Your path, your destiny, the right relationships, the right place to live, the right emotional place, the right securities, the right self-worth, the right relationships, the right higher calling. I mean, I can go on for hours. But today, when you look in your futures and you're ready to connect, you've got to learn to disconnect from what's not right anymore and what's in your truth. And that's going to be a hard reality today, because it's not easy to get on the Wheel of Fortune card. It's not easy to step in your destiny. It's not easy to step, because all 4 signs in the Wheel of Fortune are Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius. These are the signs of fixed energy. It's also been in the Bible, God, where, you've got to be stubborn. This might sound crazy as crap, and I'm probably going to get flack for it, but God is stubborn. You know, God knows exactly what he wants, or she, or both. But God knew exactly what it wanted. When it created this, when it created this reality, it didn't just start saying, well, I like this and I don't like that, blah, 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 blah. When you start doing that, you're not in your own God power. So, there's a huge message today. When you look in your future and you're ready to connect, and I know it might not be easy for you to just step into it yet because there's a lot of pressure on Mars. So I already know you're already not going to fully just step into it one day, but maybe consciously, spiritually today, you can. And see that the universe is going to start shifting in patterns and waves here very fast. But you got to be on your surfboard ready, with your bag ready and ready to go, and that's the work you better start be doing right now. It's like the Hunger Games. Right before you get up there, you want to have your plan, you want to run in the bushes, or do you want to go kill people, or what do you want to go do? That lift is lifting right now, and you're on it. What are you gonna do? And are you really happy and satisfied and connected to your truth or not? And if you are, well, we all can be more. And I think that's part of the message today, that we all are stepping into our destinies right now. It's whether or not we're avoiding it or truly stepping into it together. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com, if you have any questions or if you want to have a one-on-one reading. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I will see you tomorrow.